Yo, 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 it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about semen retention, the easiest way to manifest in 2021, and the dark side of semen retention. The dark side of semen retention. What is the dark side of semen retention? The dark side of semen retention is living the life less traveled by. This is basically what you ask for when you decide to do this on when you start going on significant streaks. You start to realize that you're gonna have to put a lot of effort just so you can try to get mediocre results at times. This is the harsh truth. If you put no effort, you're gonna get below. You're gonna get bad. You're gonna get opposite results. Things are just gonna go downward. If you put medium results, you're gonna get bad results. You're gonna get below average results. But if you put high effort, if you put a lot of effort, you may even get below average or average results. You have to put a tremendous, significant amount of effort into every single thing that you do in order to get skyrocketed results, and in order to get the results that you really, really crave. And this is the life that you pretty much choose when you go on retention, because there's gonna be a lot of lonely days. You're gonna have a lot of lonely days. You might feel ostracized by society. You might think you're insane. You might think you're crazy. You might start rethinking your life. Is this really what you really want to do? You're taking the road less traveled by when you decide to retain and do things that are maybe outside of society standard. This is the life that you pretty much chose. Is it a good thing? In the long run, it may be a very good thing. Does it seem like that right now? Not necessarily, because a lot of people only pay attention what they can see. People only pay attention to things that they can see. They don't really pay attention to the vision that you have stored up in your head, because nobody really pays attention to you. Nobody pays attention to you when you're talking about the things that you want, or they haven't really resulted in any results, and you're basically where you've always been. Nobody pays attention to you. But the moment that you start seeing some success, people or swear they've known you forever. This is how life goes. So, I mean, it's best to just keep quiet and just put your head down and do the work. And when I talk about doing the work, I'm talking about doing the work in all aspects of your life. There is a dark side to semen retention. Basically, if you go on a significant amount of days, like a very long streak, a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, a couple weeks, you're gonna notice woman attraction galore. Every single woman every single woman who's slightly attractive to you, they probably feel pretty attracted to you as well. As crazy as it may seem, for some reason, when you go on no fat, like, it's just like you just basically have your way in life. Basically, you're a confident man. You're a well-rounded being, and you're putting a very high ticket product out there. Because the thing is, all of us humans in general, we're what we basically show, as in, like, let's say our physical assets, our physical characteristics, our personalities, how we're physically built, what our values are, and all these things. These are all products. These are what we all want to showcase to the world. Your world is a product of your will or your lack of will. This is your physical product. Your body, your physical product is what you're showcasing to the world. Now, if you want to be, let's say, if we're talking in terms of attraction, and let's say maybe relationships and things like that, you wanna showcase you're a high ticket product. You're a very high ticket product. You're one that may be rare, ones that doesn't come by as often. Very high ticket, very rare, very great value for what you're going to get. Everybody is a product. And if you want, let's say if we're talking about, if we're maybe talking about jobs or maybe attraction or women or jobs or things like that, you want to showcase yourself that you are a high ticket product. And the way you show yourself that you're a high ticket product is how you carry yourself. How you carry yourself. When you carry yourself very significantly, as if you're very valuable to the marketplace, as if you have something to offer, you're gonna be treated as such. But if you're very negative, if you're very pessimistic, if you're always down in the dumps and living, let's say, mediocre, the people who, let's say, quote unquote, want to buy you, maybe it's the employer or maybe it's a attraction or a woman attraction, they're gonna think that you're not as rare as you could be, and they're gonna look for a better product, if this is what you want to use the metaphor for. So I mean, it's best to showcase yourself as a high ticket product. And to show yourself as a high ticket product, you're gonna have, if you're a man, you're gonna have to have something to offer, physically, mentally, and spiritually. This is how you become a well-rounded person. This is how you become, aka known as a catch. Once you're a catch to women, then they're gonna do everything in their power to try to get you attracted to them. And if you can, let's say, showcase high value, showcase maybe a little bit of indifference, show very masculine traits, hold masculine frame, you're going to be looked at as a very, very rare product, and certain type of woman would want to, let's say, take you. Now the difference is, the problem with what a lot of guys run into is when they're talking to a woman, they tend to shy away from this thing called sexual tension, your sexual energy. It's basically that tension that you have when you're holding eye contact with somebody. The first person who looks down isn't really what they want to, is definitely the opposite of what you really want to do. You have to be able to hold that tension in that eye contact, because if you can hold it more than she can, then you're pretty much, you have an advantage over, let's say, 95% of guys, because a lot of guys, maybe they might be ashamed of their masculinity, or they're just shying away from their masculinity, and this is a very big problem. You have to hold that sexual tension. That sexual tension is everything. If you can hold it for a while, there's going to be subconscious triggers to say that this is a very high value man. He knows he is showcasing high value. He is showcasing that he's a high ticket product, and certain specific women would want to be a part of this. Specific women want to be a part of this. So it's best for you to when you're talking to her, hold that masculine eye contact. Hold it, and talk while you're holding it. And sooner or later, there's this thing where your subconscious is pretty much going to take over in showcasing that you're a high value man. These are things that aren't really taught. They just come about by who you are, who you're becoming, your body language, your tactics, the way you act, the way you carry yourself. All of these small things matter. And if you hold that very high masculine frame and you hold that sexual tension, you will have a very big advantage over women, because a lot of guys can, let's say, they talk their butt off. They talk to try to put something together, to try to make themselves more attractive by the way they're talking. And sometimes less is more. As crazy as it may seem, sometimes less is more. If you can show that you're high value and you can hold very masculine eye contact and you can hold very high sexual tension, then it's a lot likely for her to be attracted to you, instead of just talking, doing corny pickup lines, showcasing very corny tactics. It's all about how much you can bask in that sexual tension. If you can bask in that sexual tension, then you pretty much have a leg up over anybody and everything. Like I said, once you bask in that sexual tension, your subconscious is going your subconscious is going to start acting out for you. You're going to start displaying that you're a high value man by your body language and your techniques that you, and basically just the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, the way you're playful, the way you don't take things too seriously. And all of this is a result of semen retention. This helps you become who you really want to be. When you decide to hold the nut, and you hold your sexual tension, what you're exuberating that yourself, you're a very high value man. And once you're a high value man, once you start talking to, let's say, women or even employers or people like that, or showcasing who you are, you're just gonna have very high masculine energy, high sexual market value, and you're gonna start talking to her maybe even slow, or like you're showcasing very, like I said, high sexual tension, and her subconscious is gonna pick up on that, and it's gonna make you more attractive. But like I said, a lot of guys like to shy away from this. The moment they have eye contact with her, they tend to break it because they're not comfortable basking in that sexual tension. But the man who can bask in the sexual tension pretty much has a advantage over other men. And it's just best to practice this. The best way to do this, where your subconscious kind of takes over, is by doing, like I said, doing masculine things like hitting the gym, taking cold showers, meditating, and basking yourself in self-improvement. Once you're self-improved, a lot of things will be added onto you. So yes, like I said, men are only based on the value that they can provide, basically. So it would be in your best interest to live, to provide as much as you can, spiritually, mentally, and physically. If that made sense, like the video, share it with other people, and if you have questions, just comment down below. Peace.